dari SMA Negeri 5 Kota Palangkaraya, Provinsi Kalimantan Tengah. Saya adalah mahasiswa jurusan Bahasa Inggris PPG dalam jabatan angkatan pertama Universitas Negeri Yogyakarta. Saya telah melaksanakan praktik uji kinerja pada tanggal 19 Juli 2021 secara daring di SMA Negeri 5 Kota Palangkaraya. Berikut rangkaian video.
Guru berkomunikasi dengan peserta didik untuk menjadwalkan pembelajaran melalui grup WhatsApp kelas. Setelah berkomunikasi dengan peserta didik dalam menjadwalkan pembelajaran, guru kemudian mengirimkan link pertemuan melalui grup WhatsApp kepada peserta didik.
Okay, good morning everyone. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm fine, ma'am.
Okay, good morning everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
How are you today? How are you today?
Good, man. I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for attending this class. I'm so happy because all of you can attend and learning and study together with us. The first, I have sent the Google present list in your WhatsApp group, and I put in the Google Classroom. So please fill the form that I will share for make it your Google present list. So it's more easier you to check it your attendance for your attending for this class. All of you enter this class. Okay. Complete, yeah? Okay, so I will begin this class, and after that, I want you ask Hafiz to lead us to pray. Please, Hafiz.
Before we start our study today, let's all pray together. Pray, begin. Pray and good morning, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, Hafiz. Okay, next. Okay, today I'm so happy, like I want to say, because this is like, as you know, this is like pandemic situation. We have typical to meet each other, but it's not a limit or step or way to keep study. Even though we don't know when the pandemic is over, but we will stay, we'll learn and study together. So I hope we can always keep spirit to fight and to study even more better with the limitation, with the limit of our way. Today we will learn about some material that have related with our condition in our country. So, and I will show the PPT or PowerPoint that I will give for you. Then this is our material that I will sell for you. Okay. There are two of our basic competence today. The first is 3.3 to define the social function, generic structure, and language picture of news item text. The second of basic competence is 4.3 to catch the contextual meaning of all the social function, generic structure, and language picture of news item text. There are two basic competence that we will learn today. After we will learning the study, we will to understand social function about news item. We will identify structure text of news item. We will analyze language picture of news item, and we will get the information, spatial information. We will get the detailed information and reference from news item text. And the last is we will giving the conclusion about information that we can get from news item text after we are learning the study. Okay, look at this. I will show you the few picture. Okay, the first picture, look at this. What is the first picture?
Newspaper, ma'am.
Okay.
Newspaper, ma'am.
Right, thank you so much. So, second picture. What is the picture?
TV broadcast, ma'am.
Okay, TV broadcast. Right. Who is the person?
People that broadcast the news.
Who will call her? quick.
Reporter, ma'am.
Okay, reporter, right. So we call it reporter, atau kita bisa panggil nama lain dari reporter, or we call another name dari reporter apa?
Newsreader, ma'am.
Newsreader atau news anchor?
Anchor, ma'am.
Ya, benar sekali. Newsreader, news anchor, or reporter. Jadi we call it as a reporter of the television. Okay, the third picture is, what is the third picture?
Radio, ma'am.
Okay, radio, right. The fourth picture,
Electronic news, ma'am.
Artikel, ma'am.
electronic news. Atau siapa tadi yang jawab lagi? Yang jawab tadi?
Maybe news article, ma'am.
News article. Oke, kita bisa lihat ini because it is as online news. So the first is newspaper, the second is TV broadcaster, and the fourth is radio, and the fourth is like online news. So my question is, what are the similarities of this picture?
Siap, they all spreading news, ma'am.
They all spreading the news.
News.
Siap,
What
ma'am.
are the similarities? Ya, silahkan.
To inform news to public.
Okay, to inform news the public. Thank you so much. So all of the picture have the similarities in, we call it this as a mass media atau media massa. So all of the function on the picture is to giving the communication. Okay, look at this written. Kalau written, how about the written communication? What the picture that include with the written communication, right?
Picture number 1.
Okay, great. Dengan picture number
1.
1
1 and 4, ma'am.
Okay, picture number 1 and picture number 4. Okay, how about the picture broadcasted?
Siap, 2 and 3, ma'am.
Okay, cahaya apa tadi cahaya? English cahaya?
Siap, 2 and 3, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much cahaya. Okay, how about spoken? Sorry?
2 and 3 itu, ma'am.
Okay, 2 and 3, right, the spoken. So all of this picture is have the function to inform news to the public. So you can get the information from newspaper, from television, or from radio. Okay, next. Source of news. Look at this, the first picture.
He read a newspaper, ma'am.
Okay, reading a newspaper. Okay, do you like reading, Hafiz?
I used to like to read a news from newspaper, but now I don't think I like it anymore because newspaper are not anywhere anymore. Yeah.
Okay. Right, it's so difficult to get newspaper ya. Yang printed itu agak difficult daripada online newspaper. Okay, the second picture. What is the second picture?
Siap, listen the news, ma'am.
Okay, listen the news. Okay, benar. Okay, do you like to listening the news on the radio? Siapa nama Muna?
Siap, saya, ma'am.
Yeah. Do you like listening the news on the radio?
Yes, I like it, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. The fourth picture. Ini gambar. What do you know? What is the picture number 4?
Siap, watch.
Okay, watch. Okay, do you like watching news on the television?
Yes, I like it.
Okay,
Yes,
you
yes.
like it. Okay. Okay, the fourth picture. Do you know what is the picture number 4?
Watching news on YouTube, ma'am.
Okay, watching news on the YouTube. Okay, siapa namamu, Nak?
Siap, saya atas nama Ricky Mario, ma'am.
Okay, Ricky. Do you like getting news on the YouTube, Ricky?
I quite like it, ma'am.
Okay, why do you like it?
Because I like to get the visual when I hear the news, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. You like visual when you're getting the news.
Me, ma'am.
Okay, please.
I like getting news on YouTube because it's usually more entertaining. It was included with picture or video about the news.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, next. Okay, based on the picture, I want you to answer the question. The first question is, what is the picture about?
Siap, ma'am.
Ya, silahkan.
Siap, the photo it explain about a newsbreaker that is present a news, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. What we call it? Him.
News
Siap.
anchor.
Yeah,
News anchor.
news anchor, right? Okay, the question number 2. What equipment can you see in the picture and what are the functions?
Siap, chair, ma'am.
Chair, and then
Table, ma'am.
Yep, there is
table. Apa, Hafiz?
screen, ma'am.
Okay,
Big screen.
screen. Okay, next. What is his job?
Siap, news anchor, ma'am.
Anchor.
Okay, news anchor. Okay, great. Okay, the last is, where does he work?
In a studio, ma'am.
Okay, in a studio atau in the office television. Great. Nah, itu adalah information that you can get when we can identify about the picture. Picture about this anchor, we can show about the equipment, and we can know about his job and where does he work. I will give the explanation about PPG that we will learn today. We will learn today. So, our material today, we will learn about news item. Jadi, news item. News is berita. Item itu jenis berita. Jadi, material akan kita learning today, we will learn about news item. Especially, we will learn about news item text. So, what is news item? News item is a text we choose to inform reader, listener, or viewer about events of the day which are considered newsworthy or important. The key point on this news item is newsworthy or important. So, what is the meaning newsworthy?
Siap, layak untuk diberitakan, ma'am.
Layak untuk diberitakan. Important? What is the meaning important?
Penting.
Penting. So, the point is newsworthy or important. So, the reader or listener or viewer can get the information based on the newspaper or the radio or the online news that they can get or they can read or listen. That is news item text. The social function of news item. The social function of news item is to inform reader, listener, or viewer about event of the day which are considered important and interesting. The point is to inform. Artinya di sini adalah you giving the information for the reader, buat pembaca, for listener, buat pendengar, or viewer, buat penonton. Because we have many way to get the information from newspaper, from radio, or from online news, or from source information. So that's why the social function of news item. There are 3 of generic structure. Look at this, the example. The first we call is the newsworthy events. The second is background events. The third is source. The newsworthy is talk about recount the event in the summary form, and the background is elaborate what happened to whom and in what circumstance, and the third is source. The source is comment by participant, witnesses, and authorities expert on the event. There are 3 of the generic structure of news item. Look at this the example. Satu orang dong baca title-nya.
Aplikasi police test positive for COVID-19 after handling job slow protest.
Oke, paragraf 1 yang lain.
Siap, ma'am.
Silakan.
8 Bekasi police who were deployed to handle rallies that broke out after the House of Representatives approved the job creation law on out 5 have tested positive for COVID-19.
Okay, thank you so much. The second paragraph, please.
Hendra said 5 of the people personnel took swab test on Oct 11 after securing demonstration against the job creation law from Oct 5 to Oct to 8. 3 other officers had swab test on Oct 6 and tested positive for COVID-19. Currently, tracing is also being carried
Okay,
out.
okay. The last paragraph.
They are showing some symptoms such as loss of smell and sight. However, said Bekasi Police Chief Sir Korm Hendra Gunawan on Saturday as quoted by Kompas.com.
Oke, jadi ini adalah this is like the example text for this item. Okay, how about the generic structure? The first, what we call Bekasi Police Tag.
Subtitle.
Okay, title. The title or headline of the news. Remember, headline or title of the news must be interesting and must be eye-catching. Why we call must be interesting or eye-catching? So it's become to make the attractive the reader to read the news. So it's very important make it like the interesting title or headline. Okay, how about the second? Look at this. What we call this part?
Newsworthy, ma'am.
Oke, newsworthy part, betul sekali. Jadi ini adalah di bagian newsworthy event yang melingkupi 5W1H. Itu adalah part dari newsworthy event. Kenapa dibilang 5W1H? Oke, nanti saya jelaskan ya. Nah, bagian ini yang kita sebut dengan the title tadi. Jadi ini adalah bagian title. Jadi Bekasi Police Test Positive for COVID-19 after handling jobs law and protest. Kenapa di sini tadi kita bilang newsworthy yang menyangkut 5W1H? Kenapa seperti itu? Karena kita akan menjawab pertanyaan berdasarkan 5W1H. Oke, mari kita identifikasi semuanya satu-satu. Based on the paragraph 1, who was involved in the story? Who was involved in the text in paragraph 1?
Bekasi Policeman.
Oke, Bekasi Police. Jadi ini yang namanya who-nya. Jadi ini adalah who, Bekasi Police. Oke. Oke, where it happened?
Siap, di Bekasi, ma'am.
Oke, di Bekasi. Thank you so much. Jadi where-nya adalah di Bekasi. Oke, and then. Oke, when it happened? Apa?
5 Oktober.
Oke, 5 Oktober. On 5 Oktober. Oke, great. Sudah ada yang namanya who, ada when-nya ya. Terus ada where, terus apa lagi? Who, when, where, apa lagi? What happened? Yang di
Positive COVID, ma'am.
Oke, positive COVID, right. Bekasi Police where positive COVID-19 itu. Nah, itu dari what? Why? Kenapa? Why it happened?
Siap. Because they were deployed to handle rallies that broke out after the House of Representatives approved the job creation law, ma'am.
Oke, right. Why-nya because Bekasi police handle rallies that broke out after the House of Representatives. There is who, ada where-nya, ada when-nya, ada what happened, ada why, dan yang terakhir ada how. Inilah yang dinamakan 5W1H. Usually, di dalam sini biasanya terdapat pada newsworthy event. So, newsworthy-nya ada di sini. Nah, ini adalah bagian paragraf 1-nya. Jadi, itu adalah why become newsworthy. Nah, paham nggak kira-kira sampai di sini? Understand? Paham tidak? Ada pertanyaan? Oke, terima kasih. Oke, next is. Okay, look at this, the second paragraph. What we call it, the second paragraph? What?
Background event, ma'am.
Okay, background event, right, Tira? We call it the second paragraph is background event. In background event is elaborated the supporting of the information based on the newsworthy event. Third paragraph we call it.
Search.
Okay, source. Who is giving the source? And
Hendra Gunawan tadi, ma'am.
okay, Hendra Gunawan, right. So, Sir Hendra Gunawan giving like the information based on the information on the text. So, jadi the last partnya adalah ada yang namanya source. Jadi, there are three generic structure. We call it the newsworthy, we call it the background, we call it the source. All of this is the generic structure of news item, and the last is headline or title. Language picture of the news item is first we call it the past tense. For example-nya ini ada example. The second is effort of manner, time and place. And the third is language picture. The third is saying verb. Example tell, say, reply, should, answer, and complain-nya adalah the three of the language picture of news item text. The fourth is time connected. For example, after that, meanwhile, the next mornings, dance, and finally. And the fifth is using passive sentence. For example, itu passive sentence-nya. Yang keenam menggunakan direct and indirect speech. Itu language picture-nya. Jadi, all of the here is like language picture of news item text. All of this is news item text or time connected. Okay. I will show you a video on YouTube. So after that, I want you to discuss what the information you can what the information that you can get after you watch the video.
Overflow from inside. More than 150 extra beds, but nowhere near enough to meet demand. Today, both deaths and new case numbers have hit a new record, but nobody believes the numbers. Epidemiologists and disaster management experts we've spoken to think both are many times higher than reported by a government that's failed to manage this pandemic. Another hospital in a nearby city was forced to close last week when it ran out of oxygen, and 63 patients died in a single day. Exhausted, hazmat-suited nurses daily confronting massive viral load. Protected by a vaccine they all...
Okay, after watching the video, I want you to discuss the following question. Okay, the first question. What do you see in the video?
I see crisis COVID in Indonesia.
I
Okay.
see the accumulation of cases due to the coronavirus.
Okay, you see that accumulation of the coronavirus in the Indonesia. You see that what happened in Indonesia itu hit our economical, yeah, especially in our place in Indonesia. Okay. The second question is, what was being explained in the video? Okay,
Yep.
ada yang, okay, silakan please.
What was being explained in the video is the condition of what happenings in Java about the coronavirus spread, and we get insight about what happens in the hospital and what the health workers think about it, and that's it.
Okay, thank you so much. So that so look at this, yeah. Every people, every patient need help. So every worker, especially that medical worker, work very hard to help other patient because of very crowded and happen that we can see on the video. Okay, the third picture is what was happening in the video.
Many people infected COVID.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, where did it happen?
Emergency hospital, ma'am.
Oke, emergency hospital. Place-nya di mana?
At
Java.
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 Siap Java, ma'am.
Oke, Java. Terus yang spesifik place-nya?
Siap, ma'am.
In
It
Indonesia.
happened in Bekasi, ma'am.
Oke, benar. It happened in Bekasi, Jakarta. Right. It happened in Bekasi, Jakarta. Okay, who was involved in the video?
Health workers, ma'am.
Health worker.
Citizen.
Terus apa lagi?
Doctors.
Doctors, and then?
Hospital staff.
Oke, hospital staff. Benar sekali, ada citizen, health worker, hospital staff, and many people that involved in the video. Okay, how did it happen?
Because the number of people that get infected increased, ma'am.
Okay, the number of the people get increased. Okay, bisa terjadi.
Because Delta variant too easy for the spread.
Okay, thank you so much. The happening, like the coronavirus in Indonesia, hit very hard for the Indonesian people. So we must be aware with the condition based on the information you get on the video. So next is I want you open your classroom because I give you the LKPD that relate about news item. I want you to answer LKPD on your classroom, and I will give it till this afternoon. Okay, this is the LKPD that I will share for you. This is like the question that I have shared for you. For example, I want you to learn about this item text, and I want you to read. And analyze the text below. The example title is Yogyakarta promoting bag from the Jakarta Post. There are 3 questions. The first is newsworthy event. I want you to conclude what is the newsworthy event based on the text. And I want you to conclude background of eventnya based on the text. And the third, I want you to write the source of the newsworthy. And the last, I want you to write language picture. What are the language picture based on the text from the Jakarta Post? So that all your must be do in your LKPD, and please write in the classroom. Thank you so much. We will end up this class. First, I want to ask you to give like definition. So what is definition of news item?
News item is text which used to inform readers, listeners, or viewer about event of the day, which are considered newsworthy or important.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, next is what is the social function of news item?
The social function is to inform the reader, listener, or the viewers about the events of the day which are considered important and interesting.
Okay, thank you so much. The generic structure of news item.
The generic structures of news items are newsworthy events, background events, and sources.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, the last is what are the language feature of news item text?
The language feature is that in one the past tense, and the second adverb of manner, and the third saying verbs, time connectivitas, passive sentence, and direct and indirect speech.
Okay, thank you so much. There are definition, the social function, the generic structure, and the language feature, the supporting of the news item text that we can see. Okay, thank you for the conclusion for the news item text. Okay, the last is how now you tell about after you learning about news item text, what did you get after you learning about news item text? Okay, please.
Yep. In conclusion, we learn more what is news item in general. Like we already know what more about what is the definition, what is the social function of the news, or what type of news that we seen every day in our daily life, such as we already seen in broadcast, radio, TV, etc. And by learning this, we can know about the generic structure, so we can identify about the news we read on, and by that, we get to expand our knowledge. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for the conclusion for the news item text. Remember, when you're learning about news item text, you will get the information what is worthy and very important. You're learning about the happen condition in our environment. That's why you need to learn about news item text. Don't forget about the generic structure, about the essential function, and the language feature of the news item text. Okay, thank you so much. Are you happy learning this item text? Are you happy learning this new item text?
Yes, I'm happy, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you for happening this item text. Okay, thank you so much. This is the time for we are the closing of our meeting. I hope you get information based on the material that we can learn today. You can get information from this item text, especially you help learn about information in the news item text, and I hope you get all of the information, the very important that you can use when you read a newspaper, when you're listening to the radio, or when you get the information from any source. Okay, before we are ending our meeting today, I want one person to lead us to try, please.
All right, before we close the study today, let's pray together. Begin. Finish.
Okay. Thank you so much for our meeting today. And don't forget to do your ANGKATAN and make it your assessment in your ANGKATAN. Okay, thank you so much today. Bye and see you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much. Bye bye and see you next week.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye. Bye.